try and give a brief explanation, taking the Buddha's view. That he says, he says they're just a bunch of habits from having thought these things before. But the trouble is, the way to put it very simply, the Buddha, okay, first of all, the Buddha would say there's not a single, even forget past lives, Erhard, but we've got to posit past lives for the bigger picture one. That every millisecond of what we ever think, not to mention what we do and say, which reinforces what we think, none of that goes astray. But also, so it just all goes in and leaves seeds. So we're planting billions of seeds of thoughts every day. But put it this way, Erhard, we never bother to do any gardening. So there's utter chaos in there. There's the weeds and the flowers all entangled because we don't have methods for gardening or for editing all these thoughts. We don't have techniques in our culture to learn to concentrate. We don't have a method for identifying each of these thoughts. We don't know where they come from. So they're just this utter chaos, and they build up day after day after day, not to mention life after life. So we think chaos and uncontrolled thoughts are normal. They are normal only because we've done nothing about them, and Buddha's expertise is our ability to learn to work with this stuff, to unpack and unravel it, and to bring unbelievable radiant control over everything in the mind. But there's other things we can do to make us more brave in the day-to-day. One of the first things, when we understand the bigger picture of how this is all the stuff in our mind, we haven't got concentration, but by practicing good ethics every day, that's gardening. That's good gardening. Because with ethics, the very first level of practice before you go anywhere near your mind, if we learn to attempt to control the servants of our mind, our body and speech, and then don't shout at everybody we don't like and don't kill the ants and the mother or whoever it is you want to kill, then if we at least subdue and calm down the servants of the mind, the negative ones, then that'll help calm the chaos in there. That's the first step. Then we can really begin to get to the work of dealing with the actual thoughts themselves, the conceptual stories. That's being your own therapist, as Yeshe puts it. But this is our full-on daily job. But the bigger picture here is that we've got to learn to have the courage to live with this chaos and not identify with it. And it's like you're living in a room of like a house of 100 people all chatting away all day. We've got to learn to hear them, but learn not to identify with them. Let them be there. Don't make them go away. Don't wish they'd go away. But hear what they're saying and learn to stay focused and just keep plodding, doing what we're doing until eventually they will go away. But it's a long-term process.